Hello and welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, my name's Peter, and in this one we're over near Bivvi, North Yorkshire, and we're going to sleep at the alum quarries. So the alum works over here were in operation between, I think it was 1650 and 1850, so we're going to hopefully find a tunnel to sleep in tonight. So I thought, I've been putting too much camping videos on, so I thought I'd better put something underground and camping at the same time. So I'm out with my mate Stu. I've dragged him into the abyss tonight, so hopefully it's alright. So we'll get down there and have a look about. You'll see the huge walls that were built. I don't know whether they pick up on the camera, but they built some huge walls over here. I'm not quite sure what the structures were at all. Say it's too old. There's not that much information online. But here's these massive sandstone blocks. There's a couple of tunnels over here as well. I'll show you. So I think this is the main working area here. So what they were done, they got the alum from here and then transported it about a mile that way, and there's a shaft, and they dropped the alum down the shaft and they come out at the bottom where the sea is, at the bottom of the cliffs, and it was stored in 2 storage rooms. I'll put a picture of it on screen now, or a little bit of a video. I've actually been in the storage rooms. Yeah, if you want to see the full video of that one, I'll put a link on screen now. I think what we're going to sleep in is part of an old where they used to pour the liquids down, because there's no cart tracks and it's too small, and it just looks, there's some like troughs coming off the side that go into it. So I'll show you that when we're down there. So this is the hole we're going to stay in tonight. That's about 2 foot high. When you get in, it's about 3.5 foot high, I think. So my bag's in there now, so we're going to have a mooch around a bit longer and then go and get the gear set up in there. But yeah, we're right on the edge of the cliff here. So I wonder it hasn't gone in. And then when you go in there, you come out on the other side over there. So it's a pretty cool place. But I'll show you around that in a minute. I'm gonna get some footage while it's still light. We've got all night to chill out. So all around this site here, there's these drainage holes. That one would have been a bit too small to camp in. That's about 1 foot high. But yeah, there's drainage holes all the way around. But I thought about doing this video a little different, because I haven't put any underground stuff on for a while. So I thought I could mix it up a bit. I'm not quite sure what these would have been for, but there's a guy on who follows my channel called Simon who probably knows what these are. They look like some melting pits or something. So that drain was just somewhere there, or whatever it was, like a culvert of some sort, and it leads to this, so maybe it came from there where we're going to stay tonight. So I was meant to camp here a few months ago, but I set up camp. It wasn't underground, it was outside, and then I'd left my torches at home, so I had to retreat. But yeah, it was outside on top of the shale, but if you go on the other side of this hill, there's actually another little entrance like the one we're going to be sleeping in tonight, but it only goes about 2 meters, and I believe that was used to heat up the shale above it, and it looked like it had some kind of steel door on the front of it. Getting dark now, don't know if you can see anything. There was 2 buildings here, there's some foundations of buildings there. Lovely. What I'll do is I'll show you the other entrance to where we're staying, and then you can see there's 2 ways into it. So if one collapses, which I doubt because it's been here a lot of years, and I've been coming here, I don't know, 10 years now. I think it was 10 years since I found it. So the entrance, or the exit, whichever you want to call it, is just here, right on the edge of the cliff. Right there. It's a hell of a lot smaller than the Wain. That brick there, if that goes, could possibly fall down, but it'll be alright. We'll get out the other way if I can get my fat ass through the hole. And then just look it up. I have no idea what that is.
That'd be like a ventilation shaft.
Maybe some type of ventilation. There's actually some decent sized spiders in here, but hopefully not all the way around. So, go and have a look. Where we're staying. So this goes quite a way. Not quite sure what all these bricks were for. There's a collapse right at the end there. I'll show you how tall it is in here. So that is how tall it is. See all the crystals on the walls? Wow. The wall is covered in little crystals. I don't know whether the camera picks those up. The white crystals. So I'll walk a bit further around to the end, and then we'll find somewhere to camp. It will probably more likely be this area here. Look above your head there, mate, the crystals are there. So there's a collapse here. It's not too bad of a collapse really. So I think this was for the alum to come through, but it's got some really nice brickwork in here. When you turn here you can see it's like nice red bricks. Definitely not going to need the big sleeping bag in here. I've made a mistake there. And then as you get down here, some old cans. Don't know much on the date of those things. And then just down there, straight ahead, is the way out. What I showed you. But there's also a dead animal down there, so I don't really want to go down there. So head back down here, sort our sleep system out. Alright, so I'm all set up in the Bush Pro Bivvi and the jungle bag. I've actually got another sleeping bag in there. I don't think I'm going to need it tonight. It's absolutely boiling in here. So for tea tonight, super noodles. And then we've brought the fire pit, so hopefully stay a bit warmer. And I think that's going to last about half an hour each time, and I've brought enough pellets for about 3 hours. So you should be alright with that. So yeah, I'm there. And then Stu is in the British Army Bivvi
bag
with sticky rib pot noodle. Get in there.
Splash.
And a 5 litre of water, so we're definitely having a coffee in the morning.
Right, before we tackle that hill.
Yeah, before we tackle that hill again, nightmare. So yeah, I'm going to go out, sit out, watch the sunset, and then get some pictures of the stars and stuff like that. And then we'll come back in here when we're setting the fire up. What an idiot.
Way.
Well, hey. Hopefully this starts them pellets off, like.
That is all the firelighter we've got left. Because we didn't plan properly.
Oh. Whoa, dear. Right. Oh. That's definitely boiling.
Get your noodles, dog.
Get your noodles on there. Look at that, we've got a right bird's nest going on right there. The stew's in the bag already.
Right. Get nice and cushy.
But I'm going to get in mine in a bit. A bit too early for me. I'll tell you what, it's nice in here.
Good little setup.
Look at that.
Love
Bird's
that.
nest. So I don't know how long this is going to last. It's been on for about, what, 20 minutes now, so
Yeah.
we've still got half a bag of pellets. But we haven't got any firelighters, so that's why I've got this bird's nest right here.
Dry
Probably
out a bit.
try and dry that out and see if it works. So Stuart's just gone to block the wind from coming through the other entrance because it's blown right through. There's some plastic bags that were already left inside. I imagine it's from some like excavation or whatever people were doing. So he's going to put that over the entrance and then hopefully stop the wind from flying through here. The weird thing about staying in this tunnel is you can hear the waves smashing against the rocks. It's quite scary, to be honest. But I'm definitely going to see it through because I've always said I was going to stay in here. Yeah, so we're probably just going to chill here now and then get our head down. I think it's about 10 o'clock at the minute, so we're going to get our head down and then probably see you in the morning. Hopefully for sunrise. But this is an absolute strange place to camp. I'm pooing myself. I'm glad I've got Stewie here to protect me.
That's one way to put it.
yeah. Anyway, I'll see you in the morning. Morning. It's absolutely freezing out here. It wasn't too bad in there, to be fair. I basically slept in just the jungle bag. I didn't use the Euro Hike 400, which is rated down to 1 degree. I used a bag that's rated to 7, and that just shows how hot it was in there. But I finally woke up to a sunrise. Not the greatest of sunrises, but it's a sunrise nonetheless. But yeah, I'm just waiting for Stu to get out of bed. 6 o'clock now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to obviously wait for him to get out, drive home, see my wife before she goes to work, give her a big beautiful kiss, and then I'm going to go to bed for a bit more because I'm absolutely shattered. Because it was a bit strange sleeping in that hole, to be fair, but it was rather warm. But I'm definitely going to do it again, probably next week, to be honest. I'm probably going to bring the dog. But now we've got this massive walk back up that cliff. Nightmare. But yeah, if you've watched this video to the end, thank you very much. And I know it wasn't too exciting, but I don't know, I didn't really know the history on this place or anything like that, so I do apologise. But anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.